From Los Angeles, California, this is Burncast and I'm the bomb.
So the Lightning Temple is about this area. We have the interactivation station in the very core of this huge energy vortex sort of machine that is actually moving around. It's not centered in one particular place, so it takes a little more engineering and work to make it work right. But we have this, at the core is this interactivation station. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh, and there's where it is right now. This is the main core section of the area right here around, and this is this right down in there. The idea here is there's 6 stations around, so that there are 8 buttons that you press in a way that it triggers a computer which then outputs particular notes. But there are 48 of these buttons around, so where 6 people or 6 groups of people can come up to each station or all around there. They go through a big network of computers that goes back through a singular computer that outputs the sound that everybody has been making, and then outputs not to an amplifier and speaker, but a fully audio modulated Tesla coil.
Are there any kind of built-in affordances that people can kind of see that are obvious so that they can interact with the design?
Well, right now we're using the shiny method, so it seems to work universally. You see something shiny and everything.
No.
But well, hopefully more than just ravers. The idea is that it's you push a button and something happens. Just like you see something, he's pushing a button, something happens. You push it and something just completely different, but really exceptionally cool, like a big bird sound or a forest sound, to drums, to keyboards, to any one of these kind of electronic sort of music movements and stuff, to a complete classical crescendo sort of thing, to a choir scream, to whatever, dinosaurs, whatever. It's a trigger, just like playing a key on a synthesizer. Everybody around it plays the station, basically.
Yeah.
So somebody's going to end up the lead drummer. It just happens. Somebody's going to find a groove, and it'll be a contagious one, and everybody will hit it for only for a few seconds. Like, yeah, right there.
Okay.
Right, that itch, right there. And you're like, that was neat. And you press another button. It doesn't require you to have years of musical experience. We took it to Mindshare experiment last night.
Right.
2 nights ago.
I think last night. Thursday night, thank you. And it was interesting. That was his first outing into the world, which is a big experiment. So, how do you deal with bright, shiny, color-changing buttons that have sacred geometry and symbols and stuff on each one of the pieces, to encourage people to learn, to open up their willingness and ability to learn, and through that learning share, and through that share learn what it is, the very basis of essentials, but it just spreads like an interesting disease where somebody pushes a button, finds out that, I can make something cool happen, and they start experimenting and learning more about their environment immediately, but it's a really cool sound, and then you look and it's not a speaker that's making that sound, it's a Tesla coil.
Right.
But it's not a two-tone situation. We have a fully polyphonic audio system at the very core of this thing that is a big giant plasma cloud that makes this kind of sound. From 2 hertz to around over 20,000 hertz. So it's running exceptionally efficient on our power draw versus the sound that you hear.
Yeah.
So it should be an interesting experiment and fun. These people at Mindshare last night started pushing buttons. One guy came up to me and said, I can't play a note for music. I am not a musician in any way, and this thing makes me sound good. And like 20, 30 minutes later, I saw him trying to hit on this girl. And
hey, check this out.
Because he's a rock star now, yeah.
And putting the whole show on, and she was like, wow! And so maybe he got lucky, so we'll see. I hadn't actually considered that idea for it, but it was another evolution of it, and showing people growing within and awakening and discovering another little element about themselves, and thus grow even more confidence in themselves and their surroundings around them and supporting their friends. Anyway.
So you're taking this to the Maker Faire?
Going to the Maker Faire
Where's
this coming
that, San
weekend in San Francisco, yeah. We're trying to get the interactivation station, which I just showed you. Here, we're trying to get this. Oops, wow, that didn't work so good. So we're trying to get this up to Maker Faire, and this is that station with the 6 stations around that 6 people or 6 groups of people can get up there. We ended up getting as many as like 4 or 5 people squeezing in to push buttons, and I can imagine the same being for the 6, that you get more and more people get through it, and more people becoming a part of it. So it's very much a cooperative and interactive experiment in not for ourselves, but for the people themselves actually performing. It's an experiment that they're performing on themselves and those around to interact more and hopefully take humanity to even a new level if we're lucky and everybody's lucky. So I think it will happen. We stand a dangerous chance of success.
What's the name of the project? Lightning Temple?
The Lightning Temple.
And your website is?
lightningtemple.net.
.net.
Yeah. And we have connection information right there, and we also have a lot of just basic information, and if you want to know more, we'll direct you in a way that makes sense for you.
Right on.
It's all about the people, actually.
You mean the community?
I didn't say that.
Great. Okay, I gotta lock it down.